What is up everyone, Tavish here, and welcome to my Overwatch Advanced Mobility Guide. In this video I want to show you 4 moves that you might not know about, but that could come in very handy. The first 2 are the most useful and also harder to master than the last 2, which are mostly just small gimmicks that are very situational and they might be useful to some Pharah and Junkrat players. What I will focus on though is the Soldier Helix Jump and the Zarya Bubble Jump. And to show you that these are in fact very useful for certain plays and positions, I want to show you this clip from the Overwatch World Cup, namely the Korea vs USA game, where Zunba uses the bubble jump to get into a good position for his ult and surprise the enemy team. Enjoy.
From Roadhog, and they just melted through that overshield and managed to pick up the kills anyway.
South Korea has swapped Eska over to the Reaper now, which I think is a good change. The Reaper generally doing a little bit better in this third part. And wow, Graviton Surgeon Zuma goes in. Big aggressive move by South Korea. Will it pay off though? Looks like it is so far. Kills coming in. There's the Dragon Blade, the nano boost.
Okay, I hope this play shows you that these mobility tricks are useful to learn, and that's exactly what I will focus on in this video. And let's get started with Soldier 76's Helix Jump. Okay, so for the Helix Jump, there are 2 combos. The first one is right click plus space plus shift, and the second one is space plus right click plus shift. The only difference is when you use the Helix rockets. So using the Helix rockets on the ground first and then jumping is much harder to pull off, because sometimes you won't get the exact timing that you want, okay? But it will push you further. And the second combo, where you jump first and then Helix rocket, will not go as far as the first combo, but it is much more consistent. So you will have to try it out in some custom games or try it out on some ranked games if you want, and see for yourself which one you like best. Both are viable if you know how to use them. There are 2 things that you should remember when you want to practice this trick. The first thing is that both abilities, the Helix Jump and Space, have to be timed correctly. There isn't a lot of time between those 2 abilities, and you'll quickly get a hang of the timing that you need to use to pull this off correctly. And the second thing is to remember to use your shift when you're in the air, because this will put you much further than not using the shift. And it's something that a lot of people forget. Here's just a short clip showing you the distance comparison between right clicking first and right clicking second. Okay, let's go into Zarya's bubble jump now. So the combo for this is fairly simple. There aren't 2 combos like with Soldier here. You aim below yourself on the ground, then you right click and you jump right after the right click. So when you feel that the bubble is pushing you upwards, that's when you have to press space. And honestly, there's not too much to talk about here, because it's really simple. And you have a much bigger window of error with this, because you don't have a 6-second cooldown on your right click as with Soldier. So here are just some examples for on Hanamura where you can use this bubble jump. So with a normal jump here to the window, I wouldn't get up there if I managed to get up here. And I'm gonna show you here. Yeah, I can't get up, but with the bubble jump, easy, no problem, I'm up there. Same goes for maps like King's Row, and there are 100 examples. I might do a video on this. There are some sources on YouTube where you can look at this for the Helix Jump and also bubble jump, and these are spaces which usually you wouldn't get to with the normal jump. And that's one example of how to use the bubble jump correctly. And again, it's not too hard to pull off. I think this one is much easier than the Soldier one, and because you have a bigger margin of error, you can practice it freely even in competitive games, and you will get used to it very quickly. Okay, so with that we have covered the Zarya bubble jump, and you already know 2 mobility tricks. Now we will go into the 2 gimmicky ones. I won't talk too much about those because they are even easier than the 2 we looked at right now. Okay, Junkrat's double mine jump is really simple. You basically put down a mine, you wait for the cooldown to go off, and then you jump, you turn around, use another mine. Not like that, by the way. I'm showing here how not to do it. And this is how you do it. So you jump over there, you put down the mine, you usually would wait for the cooldown, you turn your back to where you want to go, you put down the second mine in the air, and you're there. If you get some practice in with this, you can even put the mine below yourself, but I feel more confident when I use it when I just turn around and put the mine like in front of me to push myself back further. You can try it out a few times in custom games with no cooldown on the mines to get it right. This is the last trick for this video, and it's one that you've probably seen pro players do a lot. Or if you've ever played Pharah, you probably tried this one out yourself. I just did it right there. It's using concussive blast on the ground to propel yourself upwards and simultaneously using the rocket jump to get even further into a certain direction. So I'm going to use this in a second here to show you again once the cooldown wears off. And I'm going to turn around and use the concussive blast plus rocket jump to go into a certain direction and not just straight upwards, if you know what I mean. So you can try this out again in some custom games or ranked games right away. The Junkrat and Pharah one are fairly simple in my opinion, and I'm sure you'll get the hang of it very fast. So thank you for watching. I hope I was able to help you here, and I'll see you next time.